Life can throw curveballs your way and accidents can happen. For most slip-ups in life, it's easy to find solutions that cover up the problem. If you spill something on your shirt, you can wipe it clean, and if there's a permanent stain, you can cover it up with a brooch, a cool button, or artwork. But for major professional, personal, and behavior problems in life, a simple cover-up won't cut it. Hi, I'm Dr. Nafisa Sikandri, a holistic and integrative psychologist specializing in anxiety-based disorders. Today I'll be talking about understanding your behavior and slip-ups at a deeper level in order to create lasting change in your lives. Yes, cover-ups may work for a stain on the rug, but not for problems in your life. So instead of looking for an easy button or a quick band-aid, you need to focus on getting rid of the problem at the root. This requires you to go deep and address your inner issues. When it comes to understanding our behavior and figuring out the reasons we do what we do, we need to understand the many layers involved. In therapy, we call it peeling the onion. An onion has many, many layers, and we won't get to the core unless we peel all the layers first. For some issues, the layers are few, but for the most complex issues, we have many layers to peel through in order to get the root of the problem. Usually, the top layer involves how we explain our behavior to other people. This is the most simple layer and the easiest to process. The middle layers are how we explain our behavior to ourselves. These layers can feel a little heavier. The bottom layer, the core layers, are the heaviest and most difficult to see because they're related to the deeply rooted reasons for the way we behave. These layers take time to get to and require you to first process the top layers and move them out before you can have access to the lower layers. These layers are the deepest layers and are the foundation of your behaviors. So let me share an example of this so you can have a better understanding of it. So if I struggle with social interaction, the first layer, which involves what I tell other people, is that I'm busy and I don't have time for social interactions. The middle layer, which is what I tell myself about the reasons for avoiding social interaction, is that I just don't like other people. The deep core reasons related to my avoidance of social interaction could be due to my core belief that I don't feel good enough and that I'm afraid of being judged, so I avoid people. By understanding the multiple layers involved in our behavior, we can focus on treating our issues at a deeper level instead of the typical superficial level. Addressing your inner issues is not only freeing, but it also allows you to create meaningful solutions. For example, if I have a deep-rooted fear of being rejected and feel everyone has to always like me or else I'm not happy, the superficial and surface solution might be to keep my relationship superficial. But the real solution, the solution that'll create long-term change, is to become comfortable with my fear of rejection and get comfortable with the reality that I will not be liked by every single person, and that's okay. I know I don't like every single person I meet, so it's okay if I'm not liked either. I also need to understand that the people I like the most are the ones that are the most authentic and real. I need to be more authentic and real to attract those quality people in my life as well. Learning to become comfortable with all of your emotions, whether positive or negative, is the real solution. This realization can help you to love yourself regardless of how you're feeling. It can also teach you that it's okay to be sad or angry and that these emotions aren't permanent. Learning to become comfortable and at peace with your emotions can also teach you to associate negative emotions with emotional growth rather than fear. Many of us would rather ignore or avoid negative emotions and experiences because we don't know how to fix them, but being open to the experiences allows you to come up with creative solutions, which may take a little time and effort, but feeling empowered is so worth it. This doesn't mean that you'll always feel in control or feel good, but it means you won't fear negative emotions. You may not always have a solution, or your fear might be very valid, so the only real solution may be to just be aware of your emotions. So if you want to have a deeper understanding about your behavior, you have to ask yourself the real questions. Ask yourself, what are you telling others about the reasons you do what you do? Then ask, what are you usually telling yourself about those reasons, and how are you justifying your behavior? Then ask yourself, what's the real reason? The reason you're afraid to admit? Journaling really helps with this part. Allow for the real layers to show up without judgment or criticism.